thing that you need to do is plan. Okay, we can't undertake any project without planning, and as part of your planning process, you need to think about practically think about the type of kitchen that you want and the things that you want, your practical needs in the kitchen for you and your family. For example, if you live alone and you're barely even home, maybe you travel a lot, there's no need for you to get a 6-plate stove. You can just do a 4-plate. You understand? And also think about, okay, I live in an area where load shedding is like a thing, or power outages are a thing. Please consider a gas stove. Just think practically about your needs as a family. I know your friends their kitchens have islands. Do you need an island? Do you have the space for an island? Be very practical about it. Just because your friends have islands now you want an island, or your friend's kitchen has a peninsula now, be very practical about your space and be very practical about your needs. Do you really need a big island? If you do have an island, do you need a big island, right? And the big island usually maybe you're going to put a sink in there, or you're going to put a stove, but also you need to have a plating space. Do you need an island that big? Do you? Or you can just have an island that doesn't have any appliance on it and just the plating space. So these are the things that you need to think about, and please be very logic first. We're thinking about our needs, and then we can be emotional and want all the glam and whatever, depending on the budget. Another crucial part of planning is the dream team, right? The people that are gonna come and do your kitchen, your contractors. Please don't get this wrong. Please. I mean, you can come to HBS. I mean, we do really nice kitchens. But if you don't come to HBS, whoever you go to, just make sure these are people who have experience. They've done kitchens before, big and small. They understand your practical needs for you and your family, and they understand your budget as well. Here's an important one: quotations. You can compare. I mean, even if you come to us and we give you a quotation, go get someone else and compare. And when you're looking at the quotation, and this is something that we experience a lot with our clients, we itemize our quotation. By that I mean we write each and everything, so that you as a client, you know exactly what you're getting, the material that we're going to be using, the appliances, everything we're going to be doing, if we're going to need an electrician, if we're going to need a plumber, if you're going to carpenter, all those things itemized, so that you don't think in your head when you're sending your contractor all the inspiration pictures, you're gonna get exactly that. They also, your inspirational pictures need to also correspond with your quotation. Ne? The second thing is a 3D design. I have learned the hardest, and when I mean the hardest, I mean the hardest to the point that we lost money. If you do a kitchen, especially if it's a big kitchen, ask your contractor to do a 3D design. This is a visualization of exactly what your kitchen would look like. This will have the measurements and the ideas and whatever you guys brainstormed during maybe your consultation or your call out, whatever that is. Because at the end of the kitchen, you don't want to be arguing about how many cupboards you have. Oh no, see, I don't have the spice rack that I wanted. My microwave is not what we talked about, and all those things. Because I know sometimes us as contractors, we have a jargon of what we talk about. And then now as a client, maybe you don't understand the jargon. You're like, oh, they're talking about a microwave. Yes, I want a microwave. But when I say an eye-level microwave, a built-in microwave, it's not just a microwave. When are you thinking sethu, what sethu is saying is exactly what you have in mind, and then we build the kitchen and you're like, but I wanted a built-in microwave, and I said a microwave. You get what I mean? So maybe what you know as a built-in microwave or an eye-level microwave is not the same thing that I'm talking about. But when we have a visual representation of exactly what we're talking about, so me and you can look at it and be like, yes, this is exactly what I want. Then at the end of it, everyone is going to be happy. It eliminates a lot of issues. I actually got a DM not long ago about someone asking me about this one. So they were saying that they want to build a kitchen, but the countertops are quite expensive. They were looking at granite and it's quite expensive. What other options do they have? Okay, you have plenty of options when it comes to your countertops. You can do quartz, you can do granite, you can do wood. I mean, there's plenty of options. And also the price ranges of your options are different, right? The one that I know to be the cheapest is wood. This is the one that I've also used in my kitchen, in my house, because when I was building my kitchen, I did not have that much chankura, okay? So wood is usually less expensive compared to quartz and compared to granite, right? Think about the look And also think about the durability that you're looking for. I've had my kitchen for over 5 years now, and my wood top is still just perfect. But remember, this is wood. It's obviously covered. I think it's covered in vinyl. I'm not sure exactly what it's covered in, but it's covered and it's good. And also you need to make sure that it's siliconed properly. But just make sure that what you are choosing is also will be practical and it will work for you and your kitchen. Sometimes the wood option just won't look good, especially if you have a kitchen that's going to have an island. And sometimes the wood option is just, it's not what you're looking for, because you were doing this for the long term and you just want something that's going to be permanent. Huge. This is huge. Plumbing. Plumbing usually in kitchen renovations takes a big chunk. Okay? If we have to add plumbing, we have to move plumbing or anything like that. But if you're someone who has plumbing and let's say you have a kitchen already, you just wanna, redo it, and you already have your plumbing, your sink is there already, or maybe you have a scullery, the scullery also has a sink, you are sorted. Try and keep it where it is. The minute you have to move plumbing, it can be very tricky, especially in complexes and stuff like that, because maybe we might need to connect from the pipes outside and all of that. So if you can keep plumbing exactly where it is, let's keep it. If your sink is in that corner and maybe you're thinking, maybe I want to move my sink here, ask your contractor to see if they can design your kitchen with the sink exactly where it is. Let's not move plumbing. Hey, if you're really enjoying this and you're finding this very helpful, please drop a comment if you have any questions. And also, I am thinking of doing a part 2 of this. So if you want a part 2, just comment part 2, okay? Let's continue. Let's talk about the face, the wood that we're gonna use for your kitchen, okay? We have a range of options. Usually we use normal wood or we use super gloss wood. Super gloss wood is usually a little bit more expensive, and how we calculate these expenses as contractors is because we buy wood in boards, right? How much will a board cost? For example, a normal wood board, which is about I think 2.4 to 2.7 in length, costs about 3,000 rands. So how many of those woods will we need for your kitchen? Right? That's how the process coating works, and also the cutting list, because once we know, okay, maybe we'll probably need about 10 boards for your kitchen, then the cutting list, okay, let's do a cutting list, how many panels are we going to cut and all of that, and how much all of that will cost, right? So then a board of super wood will probably cost, let's say 3.8, right? This is an example. These are not absolutely accurate, okay? You see the difference? When you buy body at 3.8, I 10. And when you buy body at 3.5, I 10. The price is not the same. Most clients like super gloss because of that glossy look and that glossy finish, and it's very easy to clean, dust free. It just flows on super wood, and also it lasts longer. Here is another way that you can save. Let's look at the appliances that you buy. Please, usually just when we're doing a quotation for a client, I'm usually like, we will quote you on the average appliances, right? So we'll quote you on a Defy, for example, on Defy appliances. I'm not going to put Smeg in there. I'm not going to put your Samsungs in there, because those ones, they're usually a little bit more pricey. So, but also remember, Defy might be like the average. You also have ones that are cheap, a little bit cheaper than Defy. But when you are, as much as you are looking for basic to save money, also look at, is this a brand that's reputable? Because you don't want to buy stoves that's going to stop working after 6 months, and then you call Usate and be like, this stove doesn't anymore. As much as they have guarantees and whatever, but look at the guarantees, look at the guarantees, look at the brand, the reputation of the brand. There's Whirlpool, there's Bosch, there's Defy, there's Samsung, and there's Smeg. So just really look at what is it that you and your family want, okay, and can afford right now. And when you're thinking about brands, think about their reputation, think about the guarantees and the warranties from the place that you are buying your stove from. If your contractor is buying your appliances for you, make sure that they give you the slips and the documentation that says once something goes wrong, you can yourself go directly to that supplier and say, please take the stove, it's not working, fix it and come back. So I'm just gonna stop there now. If you found this helpful, please drop a comment, or if you have any questions regarding your kitchen renovations, don't forget to drop a comment. I'll answer all the comments myself. If there's anything that I didn't touch on that you wished I would have touched on, or that you have questions on, drop your comments now. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Bye.